So Bitcoin had a pretty good sell-off this week. A lot of people are asking me if this is the start of a crash. I'm going to explain why in this video. I think it's kind of actually a good thing that it sold off a little bit. So let's jump in. What's up everyone, I'm Brad. Welcome to the Money Dad channel. In this video we're talking Bitcoin, but we also like to talk stocks on this channel, stock market, personal finance, things like that. So if any of that interests you, please consider hitting that subscribe button and join the community. We're growing this thing. We're at a little over 100 subscribers now, and we're going to keep on growing and keep going. So let's jump into Bitcoin. So some people are asking me if this is the beginning of a crash. We've had this huge run up lately over the last couple of months, and it's been a wild ride. So in crypto, it's the Wild West. Anything can happen. We see these massive swings in price all the time. Lately, it's been up, up, up. So we started thinking that's the direction we should expect to go, right? So when we get this big sell-off that we had over the last couple of days, it catches us by surprise because we haven't felt that in a while. It's been a long time since Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency in general has had this big of a sell-off. So we kind of forgot, like this is what it feels like on the other side of these big swings. Bitcoin has just been going straight up. Well, it's been going straight up with these level of swings, right? We've seen 10% up days on Bitcoin seemingly every other day for the last couple of months. It's just been massive. Well, when you have 10% up days, you should also expect 10% down days. I mean, that's an asset class for you, right? There's a level of risk to reward with every asset class. Some are going to be more volatile, like crypto, and some are going to be less volatile, like bonds, things like that. So when you have these massive swings, you should expect them in either direction. So this should not have been unexpected. When we keep going up like this in these big swings, you got to expect a downswing every once in a while. So is this the start of a crash? I mean, we did just go up from, I'm looking at the chart. You know what? Let's just pull up the chart on the screen. I'm looking at the chart right now. We have run up since our March lows of 4,400 was our March low. We've run up all the way to this past week. We hit a high of 19,500. Didn't quite reach the high from December of 2017 of 19,800, but it's close enough to basically consider that a double top. But look, we had a run up from the 4,000s to the 19,000s. We added $15,000 in value, if you want to call it that, to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. That is an insane run up. So from 4,000 up to 16,000 would be a 400% increase, right? And we're talking almost 20. So that's almost a 500% increase from the lows. You got to expect we need to retrace. I don't think this is a crash. I think Bitcoin and cryptocurrency are going up over the long term. The world keeps adding more adoption options. What do I mean by adoption options? I mean, different companies, different methods are adopting cryptocurrency. They're taking it on as a method of value transfer or payment or storage of information. There's lots of different things you can use cryptocurrency for. And most recently we had PayPal, a multi-billion-dollar company, one of the biggest exchanges of value in the world. PayPal added Bitcoin and cryptocurrency to their platform, and that's really been the big catalyst for why we've seen these huge run-ups in prices over the last month or two. And there is massive volume of buying going through the PayPal platform, and I don't expect that to stop. I also don't expect PayPal to be the last platform to add Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as a to their platform, right? So as we see volume continue in PayPal, as we see other platforms add Bitcoin and cryptocurrency to their platforms, it's just going to keep going up. We're going to keep going up from here. I'm fairly confident with that. In the short term, is this a crash? Is this a healthy pullback? I think this is a healthy pullback. So let me show you why I think that. You can see from the March lows, we've just been going almost straight up. And up until October, it's kind of been a healthy run up. You can see it's been a little choppy all the way. You know, we get these nice run ups and then we chop around to kind of consolidate the buyers and sellers, and then we get a nice big run up and we chop around to consolidate the buyers and sellers. And then when we got that PayPal news, it's just been nothing but straight up. There was the hype over the news, and then there was this massive influx of buying volume from all of the PayPal users. It's good for the price of Bitcoin, but it's not healthy in the long run. You cannot sustain a bull run like that. You need to have a consolidation period. So I think this pullback right here is just a consolidation period. Basically, it gives you a breather. It gives the price action a breather, right? We need some selling, right? People want to sell at some point. We consolidate our buyers and sellers into a price range. The people that want to get out, and it gives a price opportunity. This pullback, this 17,000 range, looks like we got down into the 16,000 range. That's your opportunity for new buyers to come in, right? People that have been on the sidelines thinking, I missed the boat or whatever, or I guess I missed the rocket to the moon in this case. This is their opportunity to get in. So you have new buyers, you have new sellers. We're consolidating, and it builds a support level for the next leg up. So speaking of support levels, I want to show you some Fibonacci retracement levels because I was just looking at them and they're pretty interesting. They're pretty spot on in this case. So let's pull out our Fibonacci. I'm going to show you Fibonacci from this leg up from September because we had this little drawback right here. So we're going to start here and trace it all the way up to the top of our bull run. Okay. So let's look at these Fibonacci levels. You can see we started here and we just cut right through the first level. The second level acted as both resistance and then support. We have the 500 level, which isn't really a Fibonacci level. The next real Fibonacci level is this 38%, which acted as resistance and then support. And then this 23%, we just cut right on through it. And then we cut right on through it coming back. So it would be good to see this 23% level act as support here as we create that kind of consolidation time frame that I was talking about with buyers and sellers, maybe at that 23% level. And then we can use that as support to start our next leg up. It gets more interesting if we use Fibonacci to go all the way back to those March lows. So let me pull this out a little bit more, get our March lows right about there. Trace it all the way up to our recent highs. Now look at these levels because this gets really interesting. Look at the first level, the 78% acted as resistance for a long time, and then we got through it. The next level acted as resistance for a long time, and then we got through it. Even that 50% level, which I said, it's not a real Fibonacci level, but in stocks and stock charts we use it sometimes, acted as resistance for a long time. And then we eventually got through it. 38% acted as resistance, got through it. 23% acted as resistance, got through it. I mean, when you take the Fibonacci levels and start them at the March lows, it is every single Fibonacci level was used as resistance, and then in most cases support immediately after. So Fibonacci has been spot on for Bitcoin. That's really interesting. So if we're using Fibonacci from the March lows, you look at this 23% range and you get 15.8, 15.7, as the support level. So if we get a pullback to the 15.7, 15.8 range, that wouldn't shock me, because it looks like that is where our support level is. So you could see that go either way, or you could see right where we're at right now if you use the September lows to start your Fibonacci retracements. You could see right around where Bitcoin is at now, that 17.3, that would be your 23% retracement level, and we could be building support here. So it just depends on which one you want to use your starting point for your Fibonacci levels from. I could see it go either way. I like tracing it back out to March, honestly, because all of the levels seem to match up with the price action. We're using a longer time frame, so it gives you more data to work with. So I really like the March lows to use as the Fibonacci retracement starting point, and that's going to give us that 15.8 or 15.7 range for our 23% retracement. So we could see a little bit more pullback from here, but that doesn't worry me, because like I said, I think the long-term trend for Bitcoin is up. I think we are going to keep going up. I just think this is a intermediate to short-term pullback that is healthy for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. We needed it. We've been going straight up for months, especially since the PayPal announcement about a month ago. So we really needed this. It's a good thing, honestly. I mean, a lot of people out there probably lost a lot of money with this retracement, but you only lost money if you sold after Bitcoin fell, right? You don't lose money if you don't sell, right? If you're a long-term buy and holder for Bitcoin, then you haven't lost any money because you haven't sold. I think that's the play here. Long-term, just keep holding. Cryptocurrency is here to stay. Bitcoin is the king of cryptocurrency. I think we are eventually going to blast through that all-time high of 19,800 that we saw in December of 2017. I'm not too worried about this double top that we put in last week when we hit 19.4. Is pretty close to 19.8, so I'm just going to call it a double top. But I'm not terribly worried about that because we're not too far removed from that time frame. It just happened last week. It's not. I'm not worried about it being a double top yet. If we go another month or two and we haven't broke through that 19.4 to 19.8 range, then you can start to consider, is this a double top, and is it a level of resistance that is going to be very difficult to break through going forward. So that's all I've got for Bitcoin. Basically, in summary, this short-term pullback is healthy for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. I'm not terribly worried about it for the long run. I think the long-term trend for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is up, and away. If you are a long-term buy and holder of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, then you didn't lose any money, right? We're just looking at the candlesticks every day and we're worrying because it's pulling back. But as long as you don't sell, you don't lose money. So long-term buy and hold, I think, is the play for Bitcoin. That's all I got for this video. If you liked it, if you got some value out of it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below. I'll see you guys there. Thanks. Bye.